Well, welcome to a cold and wet Melbourne morning in April. Still in lockdown, of course, and we're going to do a series on one of the sprint series on wall drills. Wall drills are great for sprint posture, calf strength, core strength, particularly for acceleration, as they promote good tall posture through the hips, hip extension, and front side sprint mechanics. All good things we're looking for. The basic position, as Monique will now demonstrate, is inclined in triple extension, heels raised with the hands against the wall, hence the name, but I more often use them against fence. Here we have the very techie barbecue, but anything works fine as long as it doesn't really move and they can brace securely against it. I first gained an appreciation of the importance of wall drills for fundamental sprint mechanics, particularly with beginning sprinters, when I was working for Fusion Sport and attended the Exos Level 1 and 2 mentorship program at Richmond Footy Club run by Nick Winkleman. I saw a range of them and the benefits they had with new sprinters, and certainly a worthwhile drill. I wouldn't really use them for 9-year-olds as they lack the focus, core strength, and they're better off running around crazy doing more fun activities. But from ages around 12 to 13 and older, they are basic and useful drills, and I regularly use them in the pre-season and early in season for the sprint squad. Today we have Monique to demonstrate the range of progressions we use. You wouldn't do everything in one session, but use them progressively in blocks of 3 or 4 drills and ramp up the difficulty over a few weeks or months, depending on how often you do them. But I would recommend they are started earlier in the pre-season rather than later, because of the excellent effect they have on beginning and returning sprinters. They are best used in conjunction with other appropriate drills to reinforce quality frontside mechanics. Okay, so acceleration sprint mechanics are characterized by strong lean, piston-like leg action, frontside mechanics, longer ground time, and slower cadence. Okay, coaching points and setup are, Monique? Okay, heels off the ground, hands securely against the fence or wall, usually slightly below perpendicular to the body. So stand up. Okay, so that's at 90 degrees. Hands are often a little bit lower, okay, than that. So just slightly depressed, yeah, or maybe a little bit more. Okay, down lower. Okay, and that's sort of your basic position. Younger kids can tend to have them up a little bit, and they will sag and really not promoting the right posture. Okay, so against the barbecue again, please. So as you can see, we're a little bit depressed from 90 degrees, not sagging the back. Okay, so a lot of athletes want to learn it will sag the back. So you have to maintain that good back posture and good alignment straight from head to heel. We don't want to creep forward with each step. Often what happens is they do a few steps and they will actually walk forwards. So once they get experience with it, they know not to do that. Sometimes I put a cone in front of the toes, which reminds them to step back. Okay. We want the head in line with the body too. Initially, first-time athletes with this will be tempted and will look down, quite hard to avoid, but they gradually learn that they don't actually need to look at what they're doing. High knees. Okay, so one leg up. Yep, so the knee is at 90 degrees. So the leg is at 90 degrees, the knee is at 90 degrees, and the toe, the foot is at 90 degrees. Okay, so as I often tell to the squad, we're dorsiflexed, toes down for dancing, but toes up for sprinting. If outside on grass, I recommend wearing spikes, but indoors on hard surface, you obviously have to wear runners. Safety, watch out if you are outside on grass or on wet surfaces, as athletes may slip and they will need to be more upright with less lean. Athletes will do approximately 7 to 10 steps, depending on age, in the first 10 metres of a race, of a 100-metre race, depending on age, strength and ability. And this is the primary focus for wall drills, okay, initial acceleration. Okay, their stride length and cadence will increase progressively over the first 50 metres, and athletes will do, depending on age again, 45 to 60 steps in a 100-metre race, and you need to take this into account when doing drills. So don't do it for too long or too many reps. The focus for sprinter acceleration drills is almost always high intensity, short duration, and with substantial rest between reps and sets. As always for sprinters, quality over quantity. So we'll start with the drills. Okay, so Monique's going to drop to her position, and with athletes I would give them a one or two cues. If you've got a row of 10 of them, all right, you would walk through and you would constantly reinforce specific drills to specific athletes, okay, which is the ancient art of coaching, is to be able to coach individually in groups to improve group performance. Okay, first one is just basic marching by count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so note that Monique, okay, rest. Okay, note that Monique has got really good posture there, maintains her position. She's been doing these for a while, and it's a piston-like leg action. We lift the knee up and we drive it straight down. It's exactly what we're doing in initial acceleration. Okay, progressively, as we transition to max velocity, we will rise up. The body will become more upright, but initially we want to maintain that posture. And this is really teaching athletes to do that, not to overstride, not backside mechanics, not to bend at the hips, all things we don't want them to do, but particularly as beginner or young athletes, they will subconsciously do. Okay, so next one is marching. Okay, so I will say, typically to the squad, okay, marching 10 steps in your own time, go. Okay, great work, Monique. I will often give them, in fact, I will always give them a rest between reps, because it can be fatiguing to the calf and ankle and foot to be up on the heels all the time for an extended period and leaning in doing stuff. So again, quality over quantity, we are going to give them a break. All right, so next we do jogging. So in this case, only one to no feet on the ground at the same time, like walking. Okay, so jogging 10 steps in your own time. Great, thanks Monique. Step back. All right, so we've done the first 3 basic steps in wall drills. So basic stepping by count, marching continuously, and jogging continuously. Can do sprinting, but I tend to find that's not as useful, and we go into other drills. Next one is a fast single step by count. So here we're trying to drive up and down, i.e. piston the legs up and down as fast as we can on each count. Okay, ready, 1 count, 1 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. A couple of things to watch out for here. Athletes will sometimes not synchronize their lifting and lowering of the leg. I like having here, it's slamming it down and smashing it up, okay? So I want to hit something with our knee as we drive it up, and we want to stamp our foot on the ground as we, I won't say punch, but kick it down and drive it down into the ground. So we're looking for a short, sharp tap. Okay, next one we do is 2 steps. So we'll have one leg up and the other leg down. 1 count, 2 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Okay, so that's 8 steps. May do a foot count of 4 to 6, depending on how hard you want to work them. But remember that now we have to do the other leg up, and we'll do the other leg for the same count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, the emphasis to the athletes and the key coaching points are fast action. So 2 steps as fast as you can, but we want to have high knees on both steps. The next one we go to 3, and we normally don't do more, okay? And have to be careful here, because particularly younger athletes will do low knees on the first 2 counts, okay? And they'll finish up high, right? I like this drill because you're swapping legs every time, so you don't have to do effectively both sides. I normally limit this to 6, so 3 high knees every time, maintain posture, and particularly important to this one, not to creep forward. Okay, 1 count, 3 steps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and rest. Okay, so that's a good block of stuff to do, and often I will finish there, wait till they do that before I would proceed with more advanced drills. Okay, the next one, some ones I did see at Exos, and I think they're quite good drills too. So we're going to have a stance leg on the left for this one. We're just going to demonstrate these. Okay, so now we bend down, okay, and have the floating leg level with the stance leg, so a little bit forward, Monique. So we bend that knee down more, right? And now we're going to drive, extend the stance leg, be in good posture, and drive the floating leg up. Okay, 1 count, 1 movement. Beautiful. Ready? Okay, and 1, and recover. 2, and recover. 3, and recover. 4, and recover. 5, and recover. All right, so do a couple on the other side too. We'll just do 2. Okay, so bend that knee, get into position. 1, 2, that'll do. Right, the next drill is quite similar, but the floating leg, swing leg, is extended fully back with the toes up. Okay, because we're promoting dorsiflex ankles at all times. So a little bit bend, a little bit further, extend that leg right back straight, just touch the toe. And now what we're doing is we're just do a demo. We're just driving up and ending up in that posture. Okay, so good quad exercise as well. Okay, 1 count, 1 movement. Ready? 1, and recover. 2, and recover. 3, and recover. 4, and recover. Last one, 5. Okay, so they're done explosively, as fast as athletes can, particularly these more advanced drills, and great frontside mechanic acceleration drills for posture and piston-like leg action. Exos then goes into other drills where they have bands to pull the athlete off to the side and the back and other things. And I've never done those, mainly because it's too hard to organise with young athletes and have bands everywhere. But particularly if you're doing one-on-one, that might be a good way to proceed, because we're trying to work the core to resist those movements. Thank you, Monique. And a lot of talking, not that much action, but I think that was a good session. Thanks, Monique.